Hello, I'm Suzanne Castle. Welcome to Training Tuesday. Glad you're here. Who are you? Let me know in the chat, either hashtag live your name, hashtag replay your name. However, you get Training Tuesday each and every week. I'm glad to see you. Quickly, let me do a reminder. Verve tickets are open. What is Verve? It's a 3-day live conference for women, shepreneurs, leaders, nonprofit, for-profit space. It's hosted this year in Dallas, Texas. You can go to SuzanneCastle.com/Verve. Early bird tickets expire tomorrow. So you only have one more day to get a banging rate. Tickets are normally $495, and I think you can get it for $309 or $299, something like that. So go check it out. It's October 18th through 20th in Dallas, Texas. Hope you can come. Half the tickets are gone. So if that needs to be on your list, come and get served. Let's talk about stress. We all have it, right? And I don't know one person on the planet that is not looking for what is the magic bullet to get out of stress, right? Reducing stress. How do I minimize stress? How can I get to the next thing when I'm super stressed out? We all live with stress. Now, some stress is good stress, right? It makes your heart work, like you can problem solve. It's okay. But part of the problem is we're living in such a high stress environment, and some of that's our own making, right? We don't turn off our notifications. We're on all the time. We don't have set get up and go to sleep times. We just let everybody else's urgency become our urgency. So today I wanted to detail 3 quick tips on how you can reduce stress. Now notice I said reduce stress, not get rid of stress, right? We need to just take the stress down a little bit. So the first one, honestly, is get some sleep. If you don't get the right amount of sleep, your mind cannot be at its best. Now you might feel it in your body. I get that, but you can't function properly here and you can make serious mistakes. Unfortunately, stress can cause people to stay awake at night. That was me last night. I woke up every single hour. It happens, right? So when we get the right amount of sleep, eventually it will reduce your stress level. So to get better sleep, there's things you can do, like start regularly exercising. And especially if you can do it at a similar time every day, again, your body loves routine. And exercise gives you energy throughout the day so that when you go to bed at night, it helps you sleep better. And you will have more quality sleep as well because the exercising allowed your body to do what it needed to do, and then it can go into REM a little bit faster. Some people find that exercise in the evening causes them to be wired and they can't get to sleep. So if that's something, you might check on when in the day you are exercising and see if you might want to adjust that if that's able to you. This way you can use your energy burst all throughout the day if you can get it done a little bit quicker. I know in Texas it's super hot right now. This is July. So exercising earlier is definitely something that is on my to-do list. And, it gives me throughout the day time to become tired, which is really important. Also, if you're having trouble sleeping, a lot of us, we use that like nightcap, right, to go to sleep, but you want to avoid using alcohol in excess. I know it seems counterintuitive because alcohol makes you sleepy and it can cause you to fall into a deep sleep quickly. But what happens is it is not the right amount of sleep in the right way. So you go to sleep in a deep sleep, but then your body's like, let's get up. You wake up in the middle of the night, you have a difficult time getting back to sleep. Without the alcohol, your sleep will be more even and allow you to sleep throughout the night. So if you're going to have that drink, maybe don't have more than one drink, maybe have it earlier than right before you're going to go to sleep. I also think you should be seeing a doctor if you have sleep problems that persist. What does that mean? I don't know, 2, 3, 4 weeks at a time. If you're going through an extremely stressful time, your sleep will be affected. But if you're finding it more and more and longer, then not getting enough sleep can lead to a decline in your health because the sleep recharges your body. So it makes sense that you might want to go see a doctor. When you're recharged, when you're sleeping properly, you're building up antibodies to fight off diseases. And when you're deprived of sleep, a bunch of problems can arise of it. So hopefully, if you do resort to seeing to a doctor, the doctor can find some solutions that aren't drug dependent, how to fix your sleep problems in the short term, and also the reasons why maybe you're not getting enough sleep. And I would press your doctor for alternative solutions if drugs are being prescribed. Maybe be thinking about meditation, right? It doesn't solve all the problems, but it can do some extra things. Eating at the proper times during the day and eating the right kind of foods can help you sleep better at night as well. If you have a heavy meal right before you're going to bed, you could suffer from indigestion. And speaking of meditation, speaking of kind of being calm, my second tip for you is yoga. So yoga, Pilates, something like a somatic yoga, especially meditative yoga, stretching in a consistent and meditative way can help you reduce your stress. This makes sense because if your muscles are limber, you're less likely to be experience pulled muscles. And when you've got muscle pain, it is harder to sleep, especially your back, right? And it can happen often and it will be more stressful. Proponents of yoga also believe that it's better than exercising with weights. And that's because a lot of people don't stretch enough before and after they lift weights, or maybe their form isn't exactly right. So yoga has stretching inherent in its techniques. And if you think that you don't get a good aerobic workout with yoga, then you've probably never tried it. It's really rare, I find, to find a yoga instructor who's not in great shape. Most of them will swear that yoga is the only exercise that they do. And of course, we know that yoga has inherent meditation techniques built in, which will help you breathe in a better and more regulated way, which will reduce your stress significantly. So, because of this integration, maybe you don't need a separate time to do meditation or a class on meditation to experience some of the effects of yoga. And studies are now showing that yoga can slow down the effects of aging. So, just because you're keeping limber, your muscles and your joints are keeping lubricated. It's one thing to live longer, but it's much better to live well during your advanced years. So yoga might be a way to think about that. And I would encourage you to check out some insurance plans as a way of covering exercise programs for preventative care. It saves costs for insurance companies, and more of them are beginning to offer this type of benefit. So be sure you're diving in every couple of months and making sure that you're using your insurance benefits all that you can. I realize constant stress is a terrible situation to face. It steals your body's ability to function normally, which means you're setting yourself up for potential diseases to get into your body. So let's take the stress down. So here's my last tip for you. Are you ready? Pet. You might be able to see in the shot here Marlon Brando and Tinkerbell. If you're a pet owner, you already know that your pets have an innate ability to reduce your stress. Even if they don't know it explicitly, they know that they bring you joy and companionship, and they can cue in on your energy changes. So that doesn't help, right? I mean, that does help when you're experiencing a lot of stress. Studies have been done on the effects of pets and the health of their owners. And one large benefit is that when we pet our pets, our blood pressure drops, our heart rate does too. It goes to a healthy level. And in some cases, pets force us to exercise more. Like my dogs have to be walked every day, right? I need to play, right? Cat owners, you know that you might be doing all the things, mashed potatoes on the wall, right? With your cat, we might be more active than if they weren't around. And again, that emotional bond that we form with our pets is second to none. Some people form stronger bonds with their pets than they do with humans. Think about when you come home from work, how your pet reacts. They're always happy to see you. There's unconditional love. There's no judgment there. They love to amuse us. Think about all the cat videos on YouTube, right? So I think it's an important part if you have that ability to have a pet in your life, especially for stress. Okay, these were just my 3 quick tips for you today on managing your stress, decreasing your stress, finding some way out, and they're all easy. Again, sleep, all the things that come with sleep, yoga, meditation, movement, stretching, all the things that come with that, and consider owning a pet. All right, I'm Suzanne Castle, Chief Sparkler at Suzanne Castle Consulting, bringing the sparkle factor to you. Every Tuesday, I'm here giving you some tips and tricks to make your work and your life live in alignment together. Have a great week.